with Paralympics New Zealand, who are also joining us today. How did you get involved in sport to start off with?
So Amanda was watching Attitude TV and she saw Mary Fisher, who's an Paralympic swimmer, and she became hugely inspired and contacted Paralympics New Zealand to see what she could do in sport, and they suggested her going to New Plymouth for a road bike camp and sort of talent ID there, and then she rode last year, went to Italy and raced a World Cup over there, and then she got landed with me in Wellington. So that's her story.
All right, guys. Well, we won't keep you any longer, but thank you for joining us today. We know you've got a busy competition schedule coming up, so we're lucky to have you here. For anybody who's around, come and have a chat to Amanda and Hannah. Halberg Disability Sport continue to be a appreciated sponsor of Blind Sport New Zealand. And we have Maya here to speak the Halberg message.
Cool, I think I know all you guys anyway, so I don't really need to say much. So you all know that Halberg work with physically disabled as well as vision impaired people to get them involved in sport and recreation. We pretty much work with all the deliverers at a grassroots level and a growth level, a development level, sort of like a growth development arm to PNZ. We're working with all the sports to try and make sure that you can get involved. We help now run a junior disability games in Cambridge every year, which includes vision impaired people. So we're trying to get more 8 to 21-year-old vision impaired young people into sport at that games. So if you know any young vision impaired people throughout the whole country, get in touch with us and we'll get them involved in sport and stuff. So we've got 9 disability sport advisors around the country, so we're nationwide. So cool to see all you guys here today, and thanks for coming.
Swish is a game that is a cross between air hockey and table tennis. It's played on a table like a table tennis table, but it has tactile features like a wooden net, markings on the table for those with less sight to feel. And like ping pong with 21, the first one that gets to 21 with a 2-point lead. Swishes. If you get 11, the first one to 11 points and has a 2 or more lead, you win the game. And it's basically, I don't know what else to say.
Oh, Paveen. We've got a whole bunch of people here. We've even got JD here.
Yeah, JD.
With all his medals. He can talk about that next. Paveen, tell me a bit about blind cricket. What's been happening lately?
Well, many of you guys know about blind cricket, and then you should come over here. We're gonna show you. Well, blind cricket is played like as a normal cricket. Only difference is that you have to do underarm bowling, and a batter will sweep with the bat. That's the only difference. All the other thing is same. And yeah, we've been pretty busy with the blind cricket this season, and we have having training camp every month because we are taking a team to Aussie at the end of the year for Aussie Carnival. So if any one of you guys want to give a go, you guys are most welcome. Let us know. And yeah, and we are on the Facebook for NZBCA. And you can follow us on the Twitter.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can get all the information through our website, our network, everything. And feel free to come and ask questions. Don't hesitate, please.
Okay, we're over with blind hockey now, and I'm going to hand you over to the man himself.
Yes, I'm JD. I'm definitely coming onto the hockey stand. Hockey's one of the oldest blind sports in New Zealand. It's just gone over 70 years, and they did used to play here just out in the car park here before it was redeveloped. And you might get a shock when you do come to the table and you feel like a tree branch, and that's the stick, because the ball is made of brass, and you don't hurt your fingers or thumbs. You don't. So, but it's a good sport. It's it can be a little bit rough, and for those blindies that have sort of left their sporting rugby days behind, hockey's a good way. Play exactly like normal sided hockey, and it's yeah, it's one of the older sports, but it's even from today, we've had people come up and say that we're interested in having have-a-go days down in Hamilton. So that's kudos to the expo here, which is what it's all about. And yeah, come along and yeah, we'll have a little couple of demos soon too of the bullies. So yeah, should be interesting.
Okay, guys. So for anyone looking for something a little more rough and ready, you want to get over to see JD at the blind hockey stand. He'll sort you out. Got Marnie here from Sport Waikato doing blind golf. Marnie.
Hello, this is unexpected. Hi everybody. It was great to be invited up to the Blind Sport Expo today. I am working for Waikato Golf and Sport Waikato, and I'm going to be getting blind and visually impaired golf up and running. Probably when term 4, when the weather gets nice, we're going to run some family have-a-go days, and then from that we'll run a couple of those, and then we'll run a 6-week program following that. So we've got some great support there from Parafed Waikato and the Blind Institute down there, so we're pretty excited about it. It's very big in the world. We have 14 countries that have blind and visually impaired golf, great international events, so we're hoping to provide a pathway and get kids and adults down there and families involved in golf. So it's pretty exciting.
Team from blind sailing. Now there's a lot happening in the sailing community at the moment. There's a World Champs coming up at the end of the year, and if you want to help Blind Sailing New Zealand get their team over to Chicago, I suggest you come and talk to Dick Lancaster over here.
Good morning everybody, it's great to be here with Blind Sport New Zealand. Yes, we're heading off to Chicago in 3 months' time, early September. Just going through the process of selecting a team at present. News that this event was on didn't come through until about 6 weeks ago, so it's they couldn't find anywhere to hold the event. It was going to be in Holland, it was going to be in Mexico, then now it's in Chicago on Lake Michigan. So that's our big project at present, but right now our project is rebuilding blind sport here in Auckland. We've got our boat, Green Pepper, back in the marina in Auckland. Right now I think she's getting a bum cleaned, and we'll be back in the water shortly, and hopefully we've got sailors from today, new sailors hopefully, to take that boat out this coming summer. We're also increasing our relationship with disabled sailing right across New Zealand. They were active in the Auckland region on Gulf Harbour right through the winter, and out of the West Haven Marina during the week, I understand. They sail very safe boats through disabled sailing. There's an example of a Hansard 3R3 out here, rigged and ready to go. Totally safe. They've got about 70 kilograms of lead hanging underneath them. You can't tip them over, but they can be wet, which is part of the fun of going sailing, of course. There's also a very active group up at Whangarei with disabled sailing, and so there's an opportunity there if you're up from north of Auckland. And also we're starting a group on Lake Naroto out of just north of Te Awamutu. And anybody here from the Waikato, I'd be very keen to hear from you, because that group is just starting up. This is disabled sailing, but we've got, as I said, a very close relationship with them now. It's great to have Helena's here from Disabled Sailing and Yachting New Zealand. She's our representative from Yachting New Zealand, supports disabled sailing and blind sailing. Great to have her here. So come over here and have a chat with us if you want to go sailing. It's a bit rough, but we're always ready.
John from the Kiwi Blind Fishing Club. John, do you want to let us know what the fishing club's up to and what you're doing?
Kiwi Blind Fishing Club's been going since 1933. It started back here, way back in those days, because what you got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, the foundation for the blind was here. Everybody was here. The school, all the hostels around the block here, where everybody stayed. And of course, that's how a lot of these, like the Kiwi Blind Fishing Club, Hobby Club, happened to start. So, let's get back to the fishing. The Kiwi Blind Fishing Club is run over the period of January, February, March and April. Over the period of time, we try to have 8 trips. This season we had 7. We are made up of 24 members. We have 2 prices to be members. If you happen to work and earn a lot of money, it costs you $150. If you happen just to be on the benny, it costs you $120 to be a member of the Kiwi Blind Fishing Club. Now, that part of the money, the funding, is to go towards the trips that we have. We fundraise and raise $2,000 each year, and we get some funding from and support sponsored by Blind Sport New Zealand. We're very grateful for that, and without Blind Sport New Zealand's contribution to our club, we probably only have maybe 6 or 7 trips a year.
Mike Law, can you tell us what's happening at Goalball at the moment, Mike?
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, so Goalball, hopefully everyone's been passed and they know what Goalball is. If you haven't, it is a Paralympic team sport. So it goes up to Paralympic level. You can play, you have 3 players on court at a time. Everybody is on a level playing field. You wear blacked out ski goggles, so everybody is essentially a total, which means that we have sighted people playing it as well on a level playing field. Like I say, we've had everything going through from junior level. You can take that through to club nationals, playing international, through to world champs and Paralympic level. So there's a full pathway to go through there if you've got the Paralympic dream. In Auckland we have a club that functions basically from April, May through to when the national tournament is in October. That's the length of our season. We operate on Saturdays. We either in here at the in the rec centre where we're standing, or at Onehunga, the Onehunga Workingmen's Club upstairs. We're fortunate to have access to that venue, which allows us to get in a full court and play proper games here. We play a cut down version in here. It's not quite the size we need, but that basically runs every Saturday through the season, with a few exceptions if something's on. There is, they're trying to start up in Hamilton. There's also a functioning club in Christchurch. We'd like to get something going in Wellington. Every year in October we have the national tournament, so last year was here.
Our community is very fortunate to have means to be involved through the likes of the Blind Sport podcast and Sportsline. So Mike, I'll get you to speak to that as the guru on the podcast, mate.
Hey guys, welcome along. Yeah, basically I'm covering 3, I suppose, online or newscast type things that you can do from your armchair at home. So it's the easiest sport in the world to get involved with. First one is Sportsline, which is part of the telephone information service here at the Blind Foundation, which is essentially a recorded bulletin that I put up every Tuesday night, which you can access all throughout the week. I've got information on that and the phone numbers that you can ring in on free of charge. And pretty much that's all about advertising events and things that are happening to do with all you guys, all the different sports clubs and whatnot. So first of all, to all the individual clubs and sports representatives, feel free to utilise that. It's a free means to advertise your cause, advertise your events and upcoming things that you're trying to promote to your people. So you do take advantage of that, and that's nice and easy for you to use. And obviously we try and keep everybody in touch with what's going on.